Good morning, Rebels, and welcome back to my life. I want to give a really big thank you to everybody who showed up for last night's final episode of the Storytelling Podcast. We had a great time. It was good to hang out with everybody. I'm very sad that it's over, but I'm glad that it ended on such a positive note. Today's video is about real-life plot twists, inspired by this video from the YouTube channel Best Thing, Worst Thing that was posted way back in September of last year. Since we're talking about plot twists, I have to give some spoiler warnings. Now, I don't generally give spoiler warnings for movies that are like very old, but what the heck. Spoiler warning for Memento, Harry Potter, Star Wars, and The Sixth Sense. Like many authors, I am a big fan of the plot twist. I like throwing random twists and turns in my stories, sudden developments of events that throw my characters and hopefully my readers for a loop. Now, the plot twist can revive interest in a storyline that's beginning to slow down, but if you use it like that, you have bigger problems in your book that you should probably address first. The best use of the plot twist is not to simply shock and surprise, but to add a new level, a new layer to your story, to bring it to a higher plane than it was before. In The Empire Strikes Back, finding out that Darth Vader is Luke's father shows us a whole new side of this villain, who up until this point we've assumed is just completely evil, and raises the stakes on Luke's ultimate victory in the third film. In The Sixth Sense, finding out that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time makes us reevaluate the whole movie we just spent time watching. It also makes us want to go back and look at all of the clues that should have tipped us off. In Memento, finding out that Guy Pearce set himself up to kill Joe Pantoliano at the end of the movie, which is the beginning of the story, it's a little bit confusing, turns him from a hero who's, relatable if a little damaged, to a quasi-villain who you're not sure if you should root for. And in the Harry Potter series, seriously, spoiler alert, David Wright, turn away right now. Finding out that Snape was working for Dumbledore the whole time, even when he killed him, makes him that much more deep and tragic of a character, much more than the snidely whiplash villain we thought he was throughout the whole series. Of course, I totally saw the Snape plot twist coming, but what can I say? I'm a genius. A humble genius. But what about real-life plot twists? Those things that come out of nowhere to shock and surprise us, often in very bad ways. We can experience a certain amount of satisfaction when a plot twist occurs while we're reading a book or watching a movie. This big, huge, insurmountable obstacle has presented itself to the hero, and we get to see the clever way that they figure it all out. And it's very satisfying to see them ultimately triumph, even when such an unexpected thing has happened to them along the way. But when this happens in real life, it's not quite so fun. Hey, your house caught on fire. Hey, you lost your job. Hey, you've just discovered you have a serious medical condition that could be terminal. How will you ever overcome this tremendous obstacle that's been thrown in your face? Yeah, it's not so enjoyable. The truth is that in real life, unlike in fiction, a plot twist is not going to be overcome by rapier wit and an epic sword fight. More likely, you're going to have to overcome it with time and a lot of hard work, if you can overcome it at all, which is not guaranteed. And that's just not a very sexy truth for people to face. It's common knowledge that writers in any field absolutely torture their favorite characters because that makes the audience love them more. But that same torture just sucks when it happens to us in real life and there's no audience there cheering us on. I think that sometimes the only comfort we can draw is that in real life, just like in fiction, working to overcome hardship makes for a more satisfying conclusion. And that applies even if the ending isn't happy. I mean, we write tragedies for a reason. And if we don't give up, and if we keep working to overcome the hardships that come to us from the plot twists in life, then our stories might serve as an example, or something to aspire to in others, even if it never becomes a best-selling novel. As with any good story, it's not the hardship we go through that's important, but the lesson that we learn because of it. Those are my deep thoughts for the day, Rebels. Let me know your deep thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you tomorrow. Maybe. Bye!